Hey everybody, Star 6 Wars 1 here, and welcome to the next video of Persona 3 versus 11 Eyes. For this one, for the characters, we're taking a look at the teachers of the story. Now, once again, Persona 3 does have more teachers known. Unlike last time, however, most of them, except for two, are so one-note characters that they're not even worth talking about. This actually is a downfall. When it comes to the adult characters in Persona 3, this is where the game kind of falters a little. Excluding some of the important characters like Ikutsuki or Mitsuru's father, adult characters here are rather hit and miss depending on your tastes. The rest of the faculty is not worth talking about except for two, Mr. Edagawa, the school nurse, and Miss Toriumi, the Japanese teacher. These are the only two worth talking about. Mr. Edagawa is, how shall I put this, boring. Very, very boring. And he talks to you about alchemy stuff. And he's boring as hell. This is even emphasized in Persona 4 and made a joke out of. He's the only other character besides Chihiro to return in the sequel. Why him? Long and short of it, he's a pain. Now, he's important for gameplay aspect, but that's it. It's just gameplay, nothing else. He's pretty damn useless personality-wise, and ultimately a very weak character. And if he bores me, that's not a good thing. Skip his text, it's the best way to do it. The other one, on the other hand, Miss Toriumi, is a bit more interesting. She's actually a social link. She becomes an online gamer that you learn about, and you just learn to talk with her. Honestly, though, and I'm going to be honest, she was there more or less for comedy relief. To anyone who's played Persona 3, was I like the only other one who noticed that? Nothing against Miss Toriumi, but she wasn't there for much either. And once her social link's done, unlike some of the others, she is technically a love interest, but nothing comes about it unlike most of the other ones. Which, if you know what I mean, you'll figure it out pretty quick if you play the game. To be frank, I don't really have much of an opinion of her. She's good for a few laughs, but that's really about it. Overall, in this aspect, this is the one area of Persona 3 that was, when it came to characters, was a disappointment. The adults are not strong here. They would be much stronger in the sequel, but that's for another time. So how does 11 Eyes fare? Well, 1 adult. Saeko, the caretaker for Takahisa, is the only one we see in the anime. Granted, I think we see more in the visual novels, but I didn't play the visual novels. I watched the anime. Basically, she's the caretaker for him, and she really shows it. She's a heavy smoker, really interesting character, is frequently trying to get Yukiko and Takahisa together. I can support this. She's a school nurse, and she dies very brutally. No matter what, and no matter which area she is, she always dies. Manga? Check. Visual novel? Check. Anime? Check. Yep, she dies in all 3 versions. Yeah, fun. In the end, there's not much to her either, but at least I can name things more than I could Mr. Edogawa. Overall, Teachers really is difficult to decide because neither one really does it well. But if I had to give the point to one, and for the first time ever, 11 Eyes is the winner. True, Saeko doesn't have too much to her personality at times, but I found her a far more intriguing character than Mr. Edogawa, and about on even ground with Miss Toriumi. But I'm going with quality over quantity, and in that regard, 11 Eyes wins. Now, that is all for the character versus parts, but we're not quite done with characters yet. Although we're going to move on to music, I think, in the next video, I will have a few bonus videos featuring little bits and a few characters I could not cover in the verses. So, next time on Persona 3 versus 11 Eyes, we'll be going on to music and bonus character ones. See you guys then.